Hello, everybody. This is JD again. That's Coco, my Marucan cockatoo in the background. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something that is far greater problem in our nation than you all realize. I have been listening and talking with a lot of truthers, and they all say a lot, and they're worth listening to. Very, very much worth listening to. But they all have the exact same problem. They're stuck in the past. They don't understand crying and yelling about yesterday is not the answer to fix the problem. Yes, I want to know, why did we invade Iraq? Yes, I want to know what really happened at 9/11. Yes, I want to know the truth about a lot of things in this nation. The errors we have made, why did they happen? And that I will tell you. But it doesn't happen constantly crying about yesterday, constantly complaining and complaining and complaining until somebody gets to you in front of you and says, I'm sorry it happened. Then you all think you have gotten an ear to listen to you. No, you have not. You have gotten somebody who may have been responsible, who told you, I'm sorry. The biggest lie in the world, bigger than a check in the mail. And they're only telling you, I'm sorry, so that you could say, okay, and then they could, when your back's turned, do the same thing over again. And they say, I'm sorry again. I always say you never have to say you're sorry, because if you're sorry, it never happens again. But you all do not realize, every one of us, that the past is written in stone. It's never, ever going to change. And we can't change tomorrow. There's no way to change tomorrow or have it fixed. We have to start today. Today is the first step of our future. We could continue tripping and falling and flat on our face over the errors we made in the past, constantly crying about it, constantly complaining about it. And if you want to blame someone, go ahead and blame anybody you wish. Blame the guy next door. Blame whoever you want. Because believe me, the errors our country has made, like I said, God knows there's enough blame to go around for every single person in this country. You can blame the Jehovah's Witnesses, for example, because they don't vote. You could blame the person who voted for whoever. You could blame the criers because they do nothing but cry. See, there's plenty of blame to go around. So let's stop this self-destructive path that the United States is running on. We must rein in our country. We must stop this trend of war upon war upon war, the interference of the United States into other nations. We must stop our own self-destruction. But we can't do it by crying about all the errors we have done. It will do nothing. Nothing. Now you notice in this video I use the word change, which I usually don't, and it leaves a very, very bitter taste in my mouth. And it's because of the Obama campaign. He promised change, and we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing at all. So, but we did get change. We got change from the Republican Party to the Democrat. And that's it. You got the same political nightmare that was there prior to him. So I don't use the word change. I use a different path. The path of our forefathers, of a young new nation that was there for the nation and the people, not the rest of the world. Now, these people who are yelling about the NWO and all this and how it's all set up and it's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. How many times do I have to say, if we must stand alone, so shall it be. We shall stand alone. It's not going to happen here. If we start today, not tomorrow, and not stay crying. Take everything as warnings, as a sign, but don't get stuck in the path of the past. It goes nowhere. It stays where it is at. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you today is the time to start fixing what is wrong with our nation. You out there are the answers to the fixes. Each and every one of you. Those of you who say, well, there's nothing we can do, it's already predetermined. Yeah, it's predetermined if you allow it. 5 people with millions of dollars can tell thousands what to do only as long as they allow it to be done. As soon as those thousands say no, they have no control. It is gone. It's like the camps that the Germans had. To this day, I do not understand why so many millions of people allowed themselves to be killed. There was so many killing that they themselves had to actually do it. Where at any time, though a lot may have been killed, they could have marched right over those gates and no one could have stopped them. The numbers were that large. But they allowed it to happen. The same thing is going here. We, the United States, is allowing our Congress to do what they are doing. We are allowing our government to run totally astray from the Constitution. We are allowing it. Nobody else. Not someone from outside the world. Not someone from Europe. Not someone who has billions of dollars. We, you and me. And it will only stop today when you start realizing we shall take a different path. That's the only thing I'm promising you, a different path to fix things. I have never left a single job in worse condition than I found it. I've always left it better, more improved, fixed. Being president is a job. And I have no intention of changing my personality. I will leave this country in much better shape than the day I take office. That is definitely a must be done. It will and it shall. So people, you have the option of sitting around and crying about yesterday, or to bend down, pick up the gauntlet of a different path today and start telling the world, we are Americans and we are different and we shall take on this challenge. And the greatest thing of all is we, as Americans, shall succeed. Because our forefathers have shown us that the United States is not meant to rule the world, but to provide a nation for a group of people to prosper and grow and be free of all the shackles, of all the chains, of all the hatreds and bigotries that run throughout the rest of the world. So that is the freedom they gave us. That's why we are Americans. So, you have the choice of staying chained up into the past, or you have the choice to choose a different path. But it must start today. You all must talk of a different path, the path of our forefathers, the path that is free, independent, and self-reliant, the ones that shall say, we Americans are Americans, and in this world we shall stand strong and tall. Even if we must do it alone, we shall stand strong and tall. We will not accept anything else. And oh yes, we will reduce the size of government, and we'll go into a new tax system, the sales tax, the income tax, income tax is totally wrong. Our government is too big, and that's part of the problems of the past. You, the people, should be there involved in controlling the government, and the government should be there to assist you. There's a lot that needs to be done. But we must choose that path. We must take that step. And it has to start today. Our future is never in the past. And our future never starts tomorrow. Because the nicest thing about tomorrow is it never comes. We can always wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. Our future starts right now, right here, at this instant. You either start on the path, start telling the people of me, you, and us, or everything will remain the same. That's it. Nothing ever changes from the past, and nothing ever changes waiting for the future. It only happens when we realize today, now is the time. And now you know why I do not say the word change. Because to me, change is a lie, thanks to our present president, Obama. He has given us nothing but Republican to Democrat change. The politics remains the same. I say take a different path. It's time to return to our founding roots. Time to be Americans. It's time to understand a patriot is not necessarily a politician. And sorry people, I'm no politician. I'm going to tell you like it is. Truthful, straightforward, that's the way it is. And whether you like it or not, that's the way I am. Example, I like my haircut. Got it this morning. Cost me maybe about 3.5, 4 cents. Used my own clippers. Me and my wife did it. I dyed my hair also. Otherwise, I don't know idea what it would look like. It's this color, but not completely. Okay. So with that, JD says, it's up to you people, and only you people. I can't do it, and I've been telling you I cannot do it alone. But together, we can make a difference in the future. But we must start it today. Or you could continue to cry about Iraq, 9/11, World War II, Kennedy assassinations. I could go on and on. Roswell, you name it. There's enough there for everybody. Or you could say, we'll find out what happened because we'll look for the truth, but we're going to start today. We are taking the path of our forefathers. We as Americans shall stand up as Americans and shall be free as Americans, even if we must do it alone. We shall be. Thank you. This is JD.